Hey. All right, what is happening, y'all? This is another episode 8 of the Last Give podcast. I am Flash, and the person to the right of me is Ace. So we have a lot in store to you, a lot more NFL to talk about. NHL has been kind of slow lately, so we decided to talk a little bit about the local
Hybrid.
team, local baseball team, the Tampa Bay Rays. And we also have some NBA news and stuff that we should cover about, and some college football that I'm very excited to talk about this weekend. Are you excited, Ace? Because I am most definitely am, and I could run my mouth all night if I could.
We know you could run your mouth all night if you could. Let's see. I'm excited. I'm excited. Can't believe we're already 2 months into this thing, man. We're on episode 8.
2 months?
Yeah. We need to start looking for a guest, man. Let's be real.
We're in September. Oh my! It just felt like we started September just like a week ago.
Yeah, September flew by. Football season started, and September went like that.
You know what? I love it when time goes fast, but I kind of hate it too, So I really hate it when time goes by that fast. Excuse me, I'm trying to adjust my camera. But I am so excited for today's episode. There's a lot on deck, and I hope you all enjoy this episode as well. As we said numerous times before, make a friend, tell a friend.
Yep. And retweet it if you're watching this on Twitter. Let it grow. Trying to grow the channel, spread the love. Just trying to do our part. Positive vibes only, right? Right, Flash? Positive vibes?
All right, peeps, hit it. So I know that this has been a very tough week for us, and in terms of fantasy football and for the NFL itself, with the amount of injuries that have taken place. I myself have taken a beating from Jay Peeps in the fantasy league when my man Jarvis Landry went out with an injury and only produced me 1 point. And I lost to Jay Peeps by like a point something of a point again. So I think y'all know how I know how y'all must be feeling when you have some injuries going on. And then the other league, Ace had Derrick Henry that just ran. I don't even want to talk about it. My Seahawks just choked.
You want to start off with the Seahawks? Let's start off with these Seahawks.
No, we're going to start off with the Saints.
Now let's start with the Seahawks. You brought up Derrick Henry. All right, so if people remember, Flash was talking about Jamal Adams and thinking Jamal Adams could tackle Derrick Henry. Yeah, about that. The entire Seahawks defense kind of forgot how to tackle because Derrick Henry ran wild, almost 150 on the ground, 3 touchdowns. He had like 41 fantasy points in some leagues. Probably actually won you some games. 46, my bad. He actually probably won people some games in their matchups or whatever. So, yeah, the Seahawks blew a 30-13 lead at one point, I think it was. And they lost 33-30 in overtime. So, Flash, tough. Both of our favorite teams took some serious L's this week. But what's your thoughts with these Seahawks?
I know we have a new offensive coordinator, and I thought the offense looked all right until the end when they just looked stagnant. And
they forgot to run the ball.
They forgot to run the ball.
Yeah, I don't have the bad tendency.
And they forgot how to block and protect Russell Wilson again because we would have known that could have been a safety on that.
Oh yeah, and overtime, they got away with that.
There was no way that should have went through in the first place. Like I was disappointed on that offensive line, and I do not blame Russell Wilson for wanting to get out, but it's still too early, Yes, they're maybe last in the NFC West, but you know what? I still think the 49ers are the worst team in that division. What's your take,
Well,
Nate?
so far as of right now, we'll get to the Buccaneers,
Calm down,
JP's.
peeps. We
We're
get
getting to the
it.
Bucks. We're talking
We
about the
get it.
NFC West right now. Right now, the Seahawks are the first team to suffer a defeat in the NFC West. Actually, all the other teams actually won.
Obviously, I said that.
Oh, sorry.
Because they were last.
Yeah. With the Rams, though, they have a big game this week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's gonna be an interesting America. I think that's America's game of the week. That's gonna be a fun game.
It better be America's game of the week. Because guess what?
I think it's 425.
You know what? I have Buccaneers putting up 40 points. I do not care if I have Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey is only going to stop Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, and Gronkowski are going to eat everything up for dinner. That's just what's going to happen. All right, and that Buccaneers O-line is going to protect Tom Brady. So I predict the Buccaneers to win. Let's say 47 to like 37 or something like that. I say Bucks by 10.
I say it's gonna be a one possession game. It's gonna look kind of like the Dallas game, I think.
No, Los Angeles Rams offense is not nearly as good as the Cowboys. It's going to be like a 2-possession game.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a big bet I'm taking. I know.
All right.
2-possession game. I think
it be 2 possession, but I don't think the Rams offense is that bad. The Rams offense is good.
Yeah, they're good, but they're not
and
great.
And the Bucs secondary
they're not
opportunistic.
They're not as great as the Cowboys have a better offense, Ace. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
No, they have better receivers, but Cooper Kupp's on a tear right now. He's on another level. He's playing phenomenal.
Oh, please. Who besides the Bears? I mean, come on. Let's calm down about Cooper Kupp. Guess what? The Buccaneers safeties are gonna take care of him.
Like they took care of Amari Cooper.
Well, guess what? Amari Cooper is another level compared to Cooper Kupp. All right, Amari Cooper and oh my god, I didn't say Jerry Jeudy. Oh my god.
Okay, we're gonna just move on because Flash just hit a rough spot.
Not Jerry Jeudy. Oh my god.
Okay, we're moving on from Flash is having a mental collapse right there. All right. Moving on. We're gonna just talk about this week 2 injury bug because we kind of strayed away from it. We have Tyrod.
It's the same thing that happened as last year. You know what? Same thing had happened as last year.
Yep. Week 2 strikes again. Tyrod out with the grade 2 hamstring strain for a month. David Smith is going to be making his first career NFL start on Thursday Night Football against how should I say this? Elite Panthers defense. They played 2 bad offenses, I guess, but like that front 7 just gets after the quarterback. So I feel bad for Davis Mills because I think the Panthers are about to blow him right out of the water. And you have Carson Wentz. Man tried coming back to play against the Rams with 2 ankle sprains, but 1 on each ankle. So I don't even know how he was walking around because ankle sprains are mean, ugly, nasty, and a pain. Tua Tagovailoa, he has bruised ribs.
I thought it was fractured, I heard.
No, his X-rays and MRIs were both negative, so he is questionable this week. They haven't ruled him out. They're going to determine if he could take
CeeDee Lamb. That was his name.
Oh, you tried to say CeeDee Lamb? Okay, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
The other first-round receiver from 2020.
Yeah. So guess what? I think CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper are a different level than Cooper Kupp. I'm sorry.
All right. Okay.
Did I give these?
Can we move,
boys
please?
All right, Tampa Bay Bucks.
Flash, we're moving on.
No, I just didn't make my point, and I made my point.
All right, fine. Justin Fields looks to make his first career start this week. Andy Dalton's knee bruise is week to week listed, so I think Justin Fields is going to start. So hopefully Allen Robinson gets his act together and actually starts producing in fantasy because he's been letting me down, but I'm 2-0, so I'm fine with it. Every 49ers running back is essentially hurt. They've already lost 4 for this. Mostert's already out for the year. Mitchell's got a shoulder. Sermon's got a concussion, and Hasty, I think, he has a bad ankle injury, I think.
You want to know who's letting me down?
Big Ben, actually, they reported today Big Ben's got a pectoral injury, so he's going to be limited this week. He's going to play, but it's not going to be full Big Ben, I guess you could say, even though right now Big Ben wasn't a lot anyway, but whatever. But and then we're gonna just talk about.
You want to know who's letting me down this season?
Who?
Dalvin Cook. He's been letting me down. For the first person I picked,
Minnesota can't kick a field goal.
No, Dalvin Cook
again against NFC West teams.
Like, has he even scored a touchdown yet?
I think so, yes, and he's got 20 points the first week. I don't know why you're sticking with Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook will get his as long as he's healthy. He took a nasty hit from J.J. Watt, though, which Vikings fans were very mad about on Sunday.
Dalvin Cook is tough. I believe in him.
Chargers got screwed over by the refs. We can both agree on that, right? Kind of quick on this one before we get to the
I mean, I could say a little bit.
Yeah, another quick thing for
let's talk about your Saints. Apologies. I know you want to talk about your Saints. Let's talk about your Saints. I'm
saving that for last. I owe the Raiders an apology. I kind of said they were going to be the worst team in the AFC West, and they beat two NFC North teams back to back. So I guess I kind of owe them an apology.
Raiders are like the second best team in that division.
Yeah, Chargers can't still win a game, and they can't get out of their own way. Broncos and Bridgewater do look good, but Bradley Chubb, he's got to get surgery on his ankles.
They played nobody. They played Jacksonville and they played the Giants.
Yeah, two bad teams, but
yeah, I mean, yes, the Broncos look good, but they played two garbage teams.
I just said they're gonna be bad because Bradley Chubb just got hurt with his bad ankles. So
they got Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon can play.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to these Saints. What isn't there? They've had a bad 2021 season.
I thought you want to talk about your Saints last. What happened?
Well, is there anything else we want to get to before we get to the Saints?
Yeah, we didn't even talk about Lamar Jackson. What's wrong with you?
Okay, fine. We'll get to Lamar first because we're almost out of time in this segment. That's why. Lamar finally exercised his demons, or Mahomes demons. I don't know how you want to call them.
The Chiefs demons.
Chiefs demons.
The man turned into God and took out the Chiefs himself. The man backflipped into the end zone, stunning out the Chiefs.
So you know how Mahomes said last week? So you know how Mahomes said last week, F it, Tyreek down there somewhere? Well, Lamar said, F it, I'm going to just do it myself, essentially.
Guess what? He threw it down there and he got picked.
Okay, both Lamar and Mahomes made some throws that if Jameis Winston made, oh boy, imagine the hell NFL media, Twitter would have on him, a field day. Because I was watching Twitter when Jameis made his first two interceptions, people went off on him saying, oh, 2019, Jameis is back. Mahomes got dragged, turned around, and he tossed it up and got picked, and that was the turning point of the game, essentially, because the Ravens were down at that point. And then they got back, and then Lamar just took over that and didn't turn back, essentially. And then Lamar, he tried throwing that into triple coverage. So,
but you want to know something? Lamar Jackson took charge. You're right.
Yeah.
When I saw John Harbaugh ask Lamar, "Do you want to go for it?" and Lamar said, "Yes, I want to go for it." That is a move. That's a power move. 10 out of 10 power move. And also, all right, let's keep it moving now.
All right. So the rest, we can agree though. The rest are ruining the NFL with this taunting garbage. Nobody asked for it. Nobody asked for it, and it's just ruining the game.
I don't know why, like sportsmanship or what. That is not sportsmanship. That's just
taking the fun out. No fun league.
No fun league. All right, let's talk about your Saints.
So they were 10 starters out. 5 of them from week 1 to week 2 didn't even play. Lattimore, Gardner Johnson, Alexander, Davenport, McCoy, and there was a stat somebody. Michael Deterier, he says when a team loses their starting center 80% of the time, they do not cover. Yeah, the center is pretty important to any team because the Saints could not stop anyone. Their protections were all messed up. Even Sean Payton was talking about how they had some major miscommunications going on between the offensive linemen.
I mean, to be fair, they don't even have coordinators out there to even organize a game.
They were down 8 assistant coaches, which we should just make September 19th National Assistant Coach Appreciation Day, because that game proved without assistant coaches, your team is going to play like absolute garbage. And
Well,
also, the Superdome caught fire today, so the Saints are just in a rough 2021, to say the least.
it's that voodoo stuff. One more thing I must note before we continue: Kyler Murray might be in the conversation for MVP.
Oh, he is
for
in the
this season.
conversation for MVP.
He with that hot start he had against some tough teams, he's already in the conversation because it looks like no one could take care of him and stop him so far.
Yeah.
So let's see though. Let's give it time.
Right.
Let's move.
All right. Let's moving on to the NHL and the MLB. We're gonna do a hybrid. Try something new because MLB playoffs is coming up. So we'll start off with the NHL. Some quick breaking news, I guess, from this evening. Minnesota's reigning Rookie of the Year winner, Kirill Kaprizov, he just signed a new 5-year, $45 million deal. So he's going to get paid $9 million a year, which is a lot in the NHL. So let's give him a congrats because he got himself the bag. Kind of threatened to go back to Russia and play, actually. So considering Minnesota locked him up for 5 years, that's kind of big news for that franchise because they get their franchise centerpiece.
Logo actually looks really nice.
Yeah, we're going to get to that.
Yeah, let's talk about it right now.
JP's, producer JP's, can you pull up the link that I put for us? Because I want to show the peoples out there the new Arizona Coyotes logo. It's actually not that bad. They're going through a complete rebranding.
I like it.
I think we could post screen share stuff, so I don't know if JP's can do it.
No, you need one. You get. Actually, I'll do it right now.
Because it's Kachina is what they call it, I think. I probably messed up. It's Kachina, Kachina. It's gonna be their new. Well, it was their old logo, and now it's their new logo. So it was retro that they brought back. I don't know.
Give me one.
I mean, if Arizona Coyotes can do this, we should let the Detroit Pistons go back to what their logo was in 2003.
Peeps, let it through. I got it right here. Look at that.
Nobody's seeing anything.
Yeah, it's there. Oh, hang on.
Is it up?
I got it. No.
Oh. If not, we'll just move on. If anything, post the link in the description.
I was gonna say, it should have came up. Oh, wait, hold on. Here we go.
Hang on, I'm going to do it. There we go. I got it.
Here we go.
Still don't see anything. There we go. Yeah, this is from the Arizona Coyotes Twitter page. I see the Kachina's the new logo. It's kind of actually not that bad for the desert. Gives them a different vibe. What do you guys say?
I like the logo. It looks hockey like. I like it. Thank you, JP.
JP said I'm out. I don't know much about how I'm out of here.
If
anything, we got to show the people we're trying our new stuff. We're getting more technologically advanced in our show.
All right. Let's move it.
Ain't that right, Flash? We're getting more tech savvy.
Rookie Games kicks off for the new NHL season. Is that like a summer league?
Pretty much. It's their prospect showcase. I think it's ending this week, and then training camp officially begins for the big dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's essentially summer league, except it's right before the season.
All right, let's.
You want to talk about your favorite Islanders?
Meh.
What? That's Zdeno Chara.
You tell me, and I'll give.
I've been talking the entire show, man. You said
I've been talking the entire show, and you tried shutting me up a bunch of times.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Zdeno Chara. Zdeno Chara, former Bruins captain. That's probably what he's most recognized and remembered for. He's like an old man at this point. He's like 42 something. He's trying to go Tom Brady like without the rings. Is signing back with the Islanders, but actually I did not even know is where he was originally drafted. So I learned something new when that news broke. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of funny. He posted on his Twitter page. He said he found the old jersey. He wonders if it's still good enough to wear from what he originally wore when he was drafted there. So I thought that was kind of cool. Flash, or are you gonna be on your phone?
What do you mean I'm on my phone? I'm just thinking.
You're thinking.
I'm thinking. All right. So I do. You know
You weren't
what?
even paying attention, were you?
No, I was just thinking.
Sure. Always tell me that when I was talking about it. You gotta ruin the show because you ain't paying attention.
Hush. All right. I want to talk about baseball, man. Let's talk about baseball. About the good old the Rays. All right. The Rays.
Okay, no one's actually talking about the Rays because they're just beating the brakes off everybody except the Blue Jays.
Guess what? I still think the Rays are going to win it all, and I'm gonna say it again and again.
I think they will.
Unless the manager does something stupid, I just do not think Mookie Betts alone on the Los Angeles Dodgers is going to stop the Rays this season. There's just no way. I just don't see it.
The Dodgers are actually neck and neck right now with the San Francisco Giants, so they might not even get the 1 seed in that conference.
I mean, the National League is like a whole different ball game. Let's be honest. I mean, we could talk about that. But you know what? I'm actually excited for these wild card games. You know what? Yankees and Red Sox. If that does happen as a first round matchup, that would be insane. Like the fan bases already are going to go all out in the first round and go crazy.
One of these 3 teams are going to get left out, and it's going to be a bummer. But whichever one of these teams is probably going to win, the Blue Jays probably actually have the best shot for beating the Rays because the Red Sox and Yankees have both proven so far that they can't beat them, while the Blue Jays have consistently beat them up,
but
so.
I mean, right now for the wild cards though, it's looking like Yankees and Red Sox. So
yeah, because I mean that's the only thing national media is talking about. No one cares about the Rays. The Astros are going to be the 2 seed, which is just pathetic. They're a poverty franchise, but we won't get into that.
But you know what? The Rays are going to run through them again if they see them in the playoffs. So let's keep it moving. Oh, yeah, we already talked about that.
But we didn't talk about Jonathan Drouin with hockey. He kind of rushed off into baseball, which I thought this was kind of a big story because he took a step away from the game last season to take care of his mental health, which I know has been a big thing with athletes these last couple of weeks, especially with Simone Biles and Naomi Osaka. You know
what? I do not know if we even talked about this last week, but with like Simone Biles and like that case.
With the Larry Nassar garbage.
Yeah,
with the FBI.
Let's talk about that later. I don't want to talk to him.
All right. Well, he said he stepped away from the game in a recent article with The Athletic about how he wanted to deal. He's had this insomnia and anxiety thing since he's been in the league. And because of COVID, people went through tougher times and that. And during the isolation in Calgary, it got worse. And he said, all right, I need to take a step back, focus on myself, and back to enjoying life. And then come back when I get the.
I think a lot of us need to do that. Let's be honest. A lot of us.
Yeah.
Like a lot of us are doing that. A lot of us aren't even showing up for work. I still show up to my job without an issue, but even I am getting mentally beat down.
I mean,
tough out there, especially with this COVID life. It's just been very tough.
Yeah. I mean, we got moved over to the NBA now. After we go through that.
Yeah, let's move on to the NBA.
I mean, in some news, not exactly it's basketball related. We got Malika Andrews. She was covering the finals after that whole drama we won't get into. She's gonna get her own show with the NBA Today, so I think that's gonna be kind of fun to see. Okay, I thought she did a good job.
I think she earned it.
Yeah,
fair enough. I think she earned it.
Yep. She was good in the finals. I know that.
Yeah, I think she did a great job. So I'm not going to be against.
We're going to get into this.
And I'm very
Simmons
excited
garbage.
So Ben Simmons has officially let everyone know that he does not want to. He is not good. He does not. It's not that he doesn't want to. He will not show up to training camp this season. So the Philadelphia 76ers are a bit of a dilemma right now. So guess what? You're gonna have to get rid of him somehow, some way. I think Ben Simmons to the Rockets at this point might be the best bet for the 76ers.
It's gonna be
For
probably
John Wall.
it's gonna be between 4 teams. I don't think Minnesota's gonna want to part ways with D'Angelo. So
That's not happening.
if Minnesota can give up enough picks without D'Angelo, Anthony Edwards, or Cat for Simmons, that'd be the best fit wise. But Portland, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna split up Dame and CJ. So sorry, Stephen A. I don't think Portland's happening.
Well, I mean, like I just do not see the fit with Dame and Ben Simmons. I just don't see it. The only way I'm seeing
best
it
with
is
the ball in his hand.
no.
We can both agree with that.
Well, that or you put him down in the post given because of his size.
But he doesn't even take a dunk when he's down in the post.
Well, then the man should probably just step away from basketball.
Nah.
What with that size and you do not want to go down in the post? With your size, you need to take a break.
Well, I mean, people don't stick LeBron on the post every 2 seconds.
But I mean, do you see LeBron James being scared to go down?
Oh, see, the one actually, you know what? Never mind, because the one difference between LeBron and Simmons, LeBron actually shoots. That's just how it is.
Well, yes, we know that, but I'm saying
LeBron
if the man's afraid to take a jump shot, afraid to shoot free throws, and afraid to go down the post, you just have a glorified Andre Robertson, and even Andre Robertson can play better defense than him. All right.
No.
Yes, Andre Robertson has.
Andre Robertson never even made All NBA defense.
Yeah, but guess what? He's still guarded Harden better than a lot of people in the league.
Okay, whatever.
We're talking about healthy Andre Robertson. We're not talking about Andre Robertson now, the injury guy. We're talking about Andre Robertson 2016 and stuff.
Okay,
right?
Whatever.
But you get my point, Ace, and you don't want to accept that point. Yes. Andre Robertson
was a better free throw shooter, but Scott Brooks broke Ben Simmons. We can agree with that.
You need a hush. Scott Brooks?
Yeah, remember in the Wizards playoff series, he did hack a Simmons, and that just broke Simmons. Because he was fine throughout the season, and then Hackett Simmons showed up in the playoffs with the Wizards, and
Well, guess what? Scott Brooks is not a genius for doing that. Any NBA coach would have done that, knowing that Ben Simmons gets terrified of the free throw line. All right, so it's common. It's common knowledge, Ace. Come on, do better than that for your argument.
For what?
Let's keep it moving, anyways. The Clippers. What just happened?
Nothing.
I sense the rage in you, Ace.
Okay, whatever. Moving on.
Anyways, let's talk about the egg made by the Clippers. Their new arena looks like an egg.
That's pretty much an egg. And
it's an egg. And, the inside of it looks like an egg too.
Intuit Arena, yeah. And when they were revealing it, they had a kind of
looks like an egg.
A concert, and did you see the Paul George Kawhi Leonard meme that showed up afterward? They're just like,
they were so excited.
Their faces of that franchise were not impressed with that arena. It looked like, even though it's good for the Clippers to finally get out of Staples Center, but
I mean, just hang on. You know what? I got the time. Yes, I know.
Any day now, Flash. You're just ruining it up.
Hey, peeps, let the screen through. I'm trying to share my screen, but J Peeps gotta let it through. But yes, the inside is hideous. The outside is hideous. It just looks like a shelled egg. Like, look at this. Look at that. That is an egg, ladies and gentlemen. That is an egg.
It's a cracked egg. It's a cracked egg.
Like, Jesus. And then look in the inside. That is like bleed nose seats from the second row up. And there's no press box seats for the city of LA. That is disgraceful.
Well, the press box probably on the other side.
Still, I mean,
actually, the press boxes are right in the middle. right there.
Yeah.
Where the cursor is.
Okay, so that's where it is. All right, so that's the next.
So before you go off on a rant,
I like
actually
this.
look
I
at
ain't
it.
gonna lie. I do like this, but here though, it looks like bleeding out seats.
Mm.
I don't know if they're trying to do like the Utah Jazz. Now I will admit the scoreboards and everything that I like that. That looks a lot like the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yes,
JP.
Yes.
We get it. USF is already making moves to build a new stadium, and it looks like it's much closer than we really think it is.
Even though they're poverty football program.
We will talk about USF later. All right, you can close that out. Actually,
Yes, let's get on to this Warriors because they had some injury updates. Klay Thompson and Wiseman both progressing, so they should be back by Christmas at the very latest. Wiseman should be ready for the start of the season. Clay's somewhere around that Christmas break.
Let me ask you this: do you think the Warriors are going to be a playoff team?
Yes.
Right.
If they're not hurt again.
I mean, I could say yes, but they'll be like a 7, 6 seed, 5 seed at best type of team.
I mean, when you look at the team, right? So for the last 2 years, it was Curry and nobody else, right?
I'm seeing people saying that they're going to be like a huge threat to the Lakers and the Nuggets and the Suns.
Well, can I finish?
I'm not sensing that.
Can I finish?
Go on.
So essentially, it was Curry and a bunch of no names, right? Yeah, guys, Jordan Poole and a bunch of other guys, right? Well, when you think of it was with those guys, right? They were getting minutes, developing, and all that crap. And then Jordan Poole actually showed up, and he actually looked pretty good, right? So when Klay and Wiggins and Wiseman all play, right, with Draymond and Curry, you're going to have those guys as your starters, right? But then you're also replacing that depth with those young guys who are getting those minutes, like who for the last 2 years are now going to be on your bench, and they were putting up solid minutes last season in a team that was in the play-in tournament, right? So, and Wiseman and Klay both didn't play in the play-in tournament, right? So if you take that team, right, and you add in healthy Klay, if he's like any resemblance to what he was before, and Wiseman, who's going to be on another year into his development in the NBA, and then you bring back in the depth, which a lot of people forget before KD showed up. That's pretty much how it was. Steph, Klay, Iguodala played good, and then the bench was very good. Yeah, Livingston, Barbosa, and a bunch of other guys, right? So
my question is, I need to see how Klay Thompson has recovered from this ACL injury. That's what I need to see. Because if he doesn't come back like 100% as how we used to, his defense is
I doubt he's going to come back 100%. But he's a shooter, so that can survive.
I mean, he's going to shoot well and stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, he's also known for being that defender on the team, other than Draymond Green. So, I do got some questions. So I do think they'll make the playoffs, but I think they're at best a 5th seed.
Yeah. I think they can make third seed.
No, not over
at
the
max.
Suns. No, not the 3rd seed. You're giving them too much hype now, Ace.
I'm not giving them hype. I'm just saying at the max, it'd be the 3rd.
Nah, 5th.
And that's like if Klay is 100%.
Dude, they're not coming back till December. I'm not gonna give them the 3rd seed.
The season starts late October, so that's what, a month.
Yeah, but
and a half.
Yeah, but I'm not going to give them 3rd seed and end up beating down Western Conference, and that I would probably give them 5th seed.
Okay,
I mean, you're entitled
to
your opinion, you know.
But you're just being in a whatever. Moving on. All right,
you're entitled to your opinion, but I politely disagree with you, Ace.
Okay, sure. Now you politely disagree.
With you, all right.
Now you politely disagree. Okay.
I mean, as
NBA
said back in like before KD arrived, like they were playing under a completely different system. Then KD came, they're playing under a new system, and now they're going to play under a new system. They played under a new system last year, and then now they're going to be playing under a different system because they have different players.
They're going to play almost exactly how they were before KD showed up.
No, because they don't have Andre Iguodala.
Iguodala wasn't main part of the regular season.
No, but Iguodala was a big factor for that team. All right?
Wiggins can play defense, you know.
Yeah, but he can't score like Iguodala can now, can he?
All right, we're not getting into the Max Kellerman fade of the line shot, but like Iguodala in Golden State wasn't a
By the
20
way,
point per game
I actually
scorer.
do like that new show by Max Kellerman. I must give that a shout.
I can't even tell the difference between that and Get Up. It looks almost the exact same.
Nah, it's better. Max Kellerman has done a great job so far. It's going to catch on very well.
It's gonna catch on. I'm just saying, it's just replaced Greenberg with Kellerman, and just change the colors around. It almost
maybe because Max Kellerman looks a little bit like Greenberg. That's probably why to you. Let's keep it moving. Whoa, we got NBA has a new.
Yeah, I was trying to get to that, but you were cutting me off, so we didn't get to it. But we have to move on anyway. So we'll talk about that next week at this point.
No, let's talk about it real quickly. New TV deal in 2025. Expect more than $75 billion, more than 3 times more than the 2016 deal. That is a lot of money for the league. I do not want to hear the NBA complain that they're not getting enough money and stuff anymore, because that's a lot of money to me.
Yeah,
for the entire
NBA
league,
is trying to put in how should I say this? Remember in 2016, right, when the last TV deal came out, they had that cap surge and then a bunch of bad contracts came out?
Yes.
Like the Joakim Noah and the Luol Deng contracts and Timothy Mozgov. Yeah, they're trying to avoid that this time around when that new deal comes in.
Why? Because the owners didn't have enough money for it? Put the NBA on NBC. NBC. Okay. That was a good one. I'm not gonna lie. The NBA on TNT one is also one of my favorite NBA theme songs as well. Who's it? Oh, so we have no clue who's going to be the new TV deal in 2025. If it's still going to be ESPN or is it moving to another?
They have not. It's probably not going to get announced until 2025.
Yeah, that probably makes sense. I mean, I cannot see them just going away from ESPN like that. ESPN has literally milked their money off of.
I mean, the NBA would kind of be more fun if it wasn't controlled by Disney.
That is true. You know what? I'm not against it, but from the NBA
I'm just saying, if it wasn't controlled by Disney, it'd be kind of fun. As long as Turner Sports still keeps part of it, I'm happy, because that means TNT still gets it.
Yeah, TNT deserves to keep NBA. NBA on ESPN is super biased, along with ESPN sometimes.
Well, NBA on ESPN
Don't get me
is only
about Brian Windhorst. That guy is.
It's Lakers and Knicks. That's all they care about.
Let's keep it moving. All
right. Transferring over to the college football wild weekend, and Florida college university teams pretty much suck except the Gators, and they lost.
The Gators. Well, slow down, Nate. Slow down. You know what? I was actually pretty impressed with the Gators.
That's what I'm saying. All the Florida teams beside them.
They hanged with Alabama after some people were questioning them that they might have get blown out to Alabama after what we saw against USF after seeing their quarterback throw 2 picks and stuff against a USF defense. All right, we don't even. So I am very curious to see how they're going to look this season.
Yeah, Florida's going to be all right. I think they're going to make probably top.
I do need to see them play Georgia though. I do think Georgia is still going to take them out though. Obviously.
Oh yeah, Georgia's going to. Unless they suffer a massive upset, they're going to make the playoffs.
Georgia is going to take them out. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, Gators fans, but if you have seen that Georgia D line against Clemson, they look like an NFL D line. Granted, yes, we know Clemson is kind of rebuilding, but that Georgia D line looks like an NFL D line. And if the smaller USF team has given the Gators 2 picks already, just imagine what Georgia's going to do to them. That's just my point of view of it.
Did you just compare a college football team to an NFL team?
No, I compared USF to Georgia, BJ. Ace.
No, I'm pretty sure you just said Georgia's defensive line looks like an NFL defensive line.
A lot of people were saying that week 1, Ace.
Who?
A lot of people, because they were moving fast. They have the size. So, yes, it is fair to make that comparison.
Okay,
you can disagree all you want, Ace, but
I'm just saying, normally you don't compare college teams to an NFL team because there's a lot of differences.
That's the point. That Georgia D line, it looks very good. They're well
Okay.
rounded.
Okay.
You could disagree all you want, but
I'm not saying I disagree. You don't have to get on like that, but just whatever.
You seem like you are.
You're just whatever.
Well,
All right, you already mentioned Clemson, so let's get on.
It appears that Ace is being on the on the edgy side today. It looks like, ladies and germs, he is on the edginess today. Oh wait, no way. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just finish this up for you guys.
There we go. I'm back.
Oh, I thought you rage quitted for a second.
Oh no, I just got booted out for some reason.
I thought you rage quitted. What happened?
I have no idea.
I legit thought you rage quitted.
I was trying to switch over back to the script, and I think I hit the X out again.
Oh my lord! All right,
Yeah.
let's
we talk about Clemson?
I agree with Jay Peeps on that comment that
Yes.
Georgia is benefiting from a combo of Kirby and Mush. I don't know how to say his name, but yes, I agree with that.
Question. All right.
Muschamp.
Yeah, Georgia
So-
looking good right now.
So that's my point. Let's give Georgia their props. Keep
Yeah,
it moving.
Let's talk
What-
about this Clemson.
Clemson.
We have an issue in Clemson.
You think Clemson has an issue?
They have a
I know-
massive issue at quarterback. DJ, I'm not going to say his last name. but I fear him.
Wangulele.
Yeah, he looked good against Notre Dame last season, and he's looked bad, like really bad right now.
I mean, has Clemson have lost some O-line people and some weapons?
Yes, but that
They're a
doesn't
bit-
mean if you have enough good recruiting, like, and a good quarterback, like, you shouldn't be only putting up like 13 to non-top 25 teams.
They nearly said top non-power 5 teams. I was gonna laugh.
I almost said
yes.
non-power 5, but I said top 25.
Now being granted, it was Georgia Tech, so there is a reason to be concerned, and I am a bit concerned as well. DJ Wangulele is starting to concern me a bit, but I think DJ Wangulele is not even comfortable in his position.
It was
for
South
on,
Carolina that week. Well,
They played Georgia Tech last week.
yeah, last week. I was looking at the week
And,
they played South Carolina State.
and we all can agree Georgia Tech is a very they shouldn't even be touching Clemson by that.
Yeah, it was 14-8. Like, come on now.
I think Clemson.
Their defense though is phenomenal, but like the offense got issues.
The offense needs to clean up. It looks like the departure of Jeff Scott might be having an effect on that too. To be honest, Ace.
Well,
It
I
might
mean, if
be.
Jeff Scott was such a good coach, I mean, even with bad recruiting in USF, like they shouldn't just be barely squeaking by FAMU.
They didn't really squeak by FAMU. They scored they had like 3 or 4 more scores. than
Yeah,
them.
I know that, but I'm saying like if you were good, you should be not even like more than 30 at least. No.
That is true, but keep in mind, Florida A&M also has some Power 5 defensive backs. I guess. Wow.
But you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like,
You're trying to say USF looks pathetic in victory.
well, no, I'm just saying like
Is that what you're
Jeff
trying to
Scott was
say,
such a
Ace?
big
You
deal
could
with Clemson.
say that. You could say that, Ace. It's fine.
Well, that too, but I was gonna save that for running gun tomorrow. But if Jeff Scott was such a big part of Clemson, like, shouldn't he make USF's offense look
Keep in
somewhat
mi-
competent?
Hang on, Ace. Hang on.
Thank you, Jay Peeps.
Jay Peeps is right, but guess what? This is also Florida A&M defense that we all been questioning. Can USF even beat?
But that's
yes,
what I'm saying. If Jeff Scott was such a
Jay Peeps
big
is
part
right.
about Clemson, then USF shouldn't be having
I
these
made my-
issues.
Yeah,
to
but
begin
also USF is also on a lack of talent right now, and they're also trying to clean up from Charlie Strong's big bad mess that he has created. So,
Every time we talk about this, I laugh.
it's true. Charlie Strong has literally thrown the program in the dump. It took Texas a few years to come back, and it's going to be the same thing for USF. So, I'm not going to get on Jeff Scott's case yet. I still have faith in the man, but he does need to recruit Tampa Bay a lot more. And while we're at it, let's look at the USF football schedule. Who they played this week? They played number 15 BYU.
We'll talk about this tomorrow.
I think BYU is going to get through them.
Oh, BYU is gonna probably drop 70 on them.
Slow down, slow down. We said that about the Gators, and look what
I
happened.
know. I'm just saying. I'm
All
hoping they
right,
just be a little more.
I think BYU at best is going to be dropping 40 points at best.
Oh yeah, but yeah,
If
just be fun
if
and
they're even
say.
as comparable to the UF team that we saw, you know what? My gut's even telling me 30 points at best from BYU. All right,
At
that
best, they just beat Arizona State. Charlie Song didn't root in Texas. The boosters did.
both of them did. J Peeps. Let's be honest, both of them did. That's why he got fired, and that's why Texas lost to what was it? Kansas?
Arkansas.
No. That time when the team stormed the field, and that's when Charlie Strong got fired immediately.
Oh, I don't know. Well, let's talk about
Yeah,
this
it was a while
other
back
poverty.
before you even
We have
paid.
2 more poverty Florida teams to talk about. Let's start with
We're- you-
FSU and Tallahassee. We need to
Okay,
talk about Tallahassee.
FSU is
They're
breaking people's hearts. All right,
They're big
that
doo-doo.
is tough. Now, granted, it's Mike Norvell's second season already, but guess what? If it was a black coach like Willie Taggart or something,
Oh yeah,
boop, bye bye.
he would have been fired already probably.
He would have been fired already to losing to Wake Forest, ladies and gentlemen. That's my point.
And wasn't even close. Like they're just like Mackenzie Milton's just getting beat up at this point. I
Well,
thought FSU would have been decent after
well,
playing Notre Dame
I
close.
I thought they would have been decent too, but Notre Dame is also being a letdown this season.
Oh, Notre
It was
Dame
great.
and was that Oklahoma are kind of in the same boat. Yes.
Yes, Jay Peeps. I cannot wait to hear what you gotta say tomorrow about Florida State, because that is something all of us need to talk about. All right, so oh my lord, Oklahoma is in the same boat as Notre Dame. Slow down now. Slow down now. All right. I know it's Nebraska and Nebraska's poverty, but we got to factor in the rivalry factor. All right. Teams play a bit harder when it comes to an actual rivalry.
Yeah, but the game shouldn't be close. On that talent difference.
I don't know if it's a talent difference, VJ. They're both Power 5 schools. They're still both Power 5 schools. What's the point?
Does the name mean anything to you?
Not really, because people went to Nebraska thinking
no
that Scott Frost.
Does the blue name mean anything to you on the screen? Never mind. You didn't get it. You didn't notice what you did. It's fine. Move on.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
We're talking about Nebraska and Oklahoma.
Nothing. We'll talk about it afterward. All right. Nebraska was 16 points to 23 on Oklahoma. That game shouldn't have been a touchdown apart.
Yeah, but guess what? Nebraska looked pretty decent that game too.
Yeah, but Nebraska's the same Nebraska. Thank you.
Yes, we know that.
That's what I'm trying to say. Oklahoma is winning close games to teams that they should be blowing out. Notre Dame against Toledo, but
I mean to be fair, yes, they got too close, but Tulane as well.
Toledo.
No, Tulane week 1 with Oklahoma.
Yes. Oh, Oklahoma, yeah, I'm talking about Notre Dame.
I think we have to start looking at Spencer Rattler a little bit more. I think he's been playing a little bit too irresponsibly for a guy of his talent.
This 2021 draft class, you know who I think might actually be the best quarterback, albeit it's just 1 year hype and 3 games. Matt Corral and Coral Corral and Ole Miss. Like he might really just be the best quarterback in the 2021 draft.
And you know what?
Because these other guys looking bad, and he just looks like
he's been looking good. But then to be fair, this last year's quarterback class has been very talented. So
well, there's no Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields or Zach Wilson even in this draft class.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, you also you know what? Who knows?
They're not guys who are going undefeated in their entire college careers until the playoffs.
I'm not going to go out there and compare this current Ohio State quarterback to Justin Fields now.
Well, CJ Stroud is only a freshman.
Yeah, that's one thing. And another thing is CJ Stroud is also playing with less talent on the field.
Yeah, he didn't have like a Chase Young or Nick Bosa playing with him on defense.
That is very true.
And people forget Jeff Okudah was a number 3 overall pick for a reason. Denzel Ward was number 4, but I don't think But that's pretty much
You want to
it
know what's
for
tough,
us.
Ace? You want to know what's tough? Louisville has taken out UCF, and UCF has lost Dylan Gabriel indefinitely with a broken
Clavicle.
clavicle.
Somewhere in his arm.
Clavicle.
Like, somewhere up. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
collarbone.
And you want to know what's
There you
even more tough to end that game? UCF threw a pick six to lose that game.
I know.
That
It was
was very
mayhem.
tough. And you want to know what else is tough? Just as when we all were buying into the Chip Kelly hype, UCLA decides to go down to Fresno State. I mean, come on.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Russell Westbrook and Paul George probably put some bets on that game already, and Russell Westbrook has lost. I really wonder if they did, because
That's for another day. But I mean,
but that is a tough way to go out. Chip Kelly, we are back on your hot seat again. Your seat is on fire. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to wrap it up for the Last Give podcast. It was, you know what, I could not see through this episode at all because there was just too much smoke being blown out from both of us this episode. I tell you
this
what.
was rough.
It was a rough episode because we had too much smoke and I could not see it through this smoke. All right. And any closing comments, Ace, before we wrap it up?
Nah, not really. We both just got to tone it down a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's like to have a younger or have a sibling.
I
right?
have a sibling. This is kind of the whole draw of the show. Just like
This
two
is what it's
siblings
like to
go at it and
have a sibling, and it looks like we kind of. Ace looks like he had a hard time in this episode, but
yeah, I kind of got like soaked already for the day one, so I kind of tired.
You were cranky in the pre-show too. Don't let me.
Yes, I know. I had to run through the rain for a mile, so I was kind of in a bad
please,
mood.
Ace! Like you were the first one to run in the rain on college
No.
campus.
Well, I know, but today was first day for it, so I'm not in a good mood.
This is why you should buy a totes umbrella, ladies and gentlemen, when you go to college.
I had an umbrella, but my shoes got soaked.
Well, watch down, dude. All
What's
right.
all-